Alright, today I made a pretty bold move. Yeah, but the time is right. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been presented to me. You know how, like, kind of in hitting hornet's nests with different groups? This one was off the table for a while. I've never hit the hornet's nest of this group for good reason. For good reason. Until today, God thought I was ready. Yeah. The group that wants to burn Israel to the ground. Burn God to the ground. You know, that group. I started a flyer war with them today. How do you start a flyer war? This is how you start a flyer war. You take down one of their flyers. You put your flyer in its place to let them know it was you. You know what I'm saying? And you do it in front of a camera as well. You know what I'm saying? That's how you start a flyer war. That's how the one-man army starts flyer wars, right here. Everyone has cameras anyways. You know, I put a flyer on every building in this place, this town. They know what I look like. Heck, I put them right where they gather. I put one on the mosque. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking them out. Nowhere to hide. Anywhere they go, they see my flyer. Anywhere. Yep. Yep. Judgment flyer. Judgment flyer. Yep. For all have sinned. Judgment. Yep. No respecter of persons. I put flyers on a state trooper's house the other day. I put a flyer on a police officer's house the other day. No one is exempt. No one. And then today I took down the Palestinian flyer. Put my flyer right up. No one is exempt. No one. Not even me. I'm not exempt from judgment either. I'm just the middleman. I'm just the middleman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the target. Oh, it's that guy. That guy did it. In reality, I'm not a one-man show. If they see me, they're not just seeing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than I appear, especially after being saved. That's what I thought about today. That's what I thought about today. My looks are so deceiving to people. They are so deceiving. Yeah. I'm serious. That's why they don't see me. They don't see it coming. They don't see it coming. Look at me. I'm underestimated like you would not believe. Just on my physical looks. Just on my physical looks. I'm so underestimated. Oh, he's a nice chap. Sure. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing? So deceiving. So deceiving. If they knew more about me or something, I don't know. Like if God showed like what I am, this whole world would be gunning for me. I would be in solitary confinement 24/7. If the world knew who I was to God, you know what I'm saying? If they did, I swear I'd be in solitary confinement to the day I die. To the day I die. I'm not kidding. I scared somebody today. I scare people without any weapons on my body. No physical weapons. No physical weapons. I scare people to death. I do. I scare them, but at the same time, they underestimate me. But I scare them. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's like two sides of the axe. They're not afraid it's one side of the axe. But they see the other side of the axe. And then they're scared to death of me. Like, boo. Like, boom, out of nowhere, boom. Just a fast movement. Just a fast movement. They're scared to death. They run for the hills if I just do a fast movement like this. They're scared to death. I stare people down. They come up to me. I just stare them down. Like I'm staring at the camera. That's how I stare people down that come up to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how they have to talk to me. Yep. They have to come up to my face to talk to me. They have to. Everyone has to come up to my face to talk to me. I don't carry a cell phone most of the time. Right now I am. But for the most part, I don't carry a cell phone. They have to talk to me. They have to find me and walk up to my face and talk to me. They have to. That's the Wolverine way. That's the Wolverine way. If you want to talk to me out there, you got to come find me. You got to come find me. Come up to my face and talk to me. Then we'll chat, and then we'll get you saved. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to work. We're going to get you saved, my friend. So, speaking of salvation, I didn't even know this movie existed. I'm going to do a separate video about this. Martin Luther. The legend. I'm watching a little bit of it right now. I took a break to make a video. Yeah. So far, it's pretty good. He's a lot like me. Yep. Kind of crazy. But that's okay. That's okay. He was up against corruption. He was. He was up against corruption, the devil, everything. He thought God was corrupt like I did. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame the guy for that. He took a stand. He took a stand against a corrupt religion that was built upon Peter. That takes balls. The rock that was put on Peter was the Catholic Church, apparently. Luther took a stand against that. He took a stand. Yep. Just like I took a stand against the Mormon Church, Luther took a stand against the Catholic Church. That's why I respect him. It takes guts. It does. It takes guts to take a stand against an operation like that. Oh yeah. Powerful operation that can destroy you. Destroy your name, everything. Think about, man. That's why I'm kind of like touch and go with the Mormon Church. They have so much backing from Satan, it's not even funny. So I'm like touch and go with like individuals. Because like, yeah, Satan's running that ship hard. Hard. That's why I don't even mess with that. Yep. If God wants to take it down, that's God. If God wants to take down the Mormon Church eventually, that's him. I leave that to God. I don't have that kind of power. They have too much. They have too much Satan on their side. They have too much Satan money. You know what I'm saying? They do. So, I learned that at a young age. I knew what I was up against with the Mormon Church. At a young age, I knew what I was up against. And not just that. I knew what I was up against more than that, just the country itself. I'm like, man, this is unwinnable. This is unwinnable. I still see it as unwinnable as far as like the country goes. I'm like, man, this is a wicked country. But anyways, I got sidetracked. Speaking of what the video is really about, it's like I don't know it was presented to me for some reason. I didn't realize it was Palestinian because it didn't really say Palestinian, but it showed a flag on it. And I'm like, oh, that flag looks kind of familiar. Because I've seen them protest with waving the flag at the corner of the street before. I've seen them wave that flag before. I'm like, I recognize that flag. So I looked it up on, you guessed it, Google. Sometimes Google comes in handy. So I looked up that flag. I'm like, oh man, I just picked a fight with a big beast. I did. I picked a big fight with the big beast, but not beast of the team, but a bigger beast. A big beast that's been trying to take down the country of Israel beast. You know. But God's like, you're going to face them at the hot gates. You might as well get it. That's what I feel like. God's like, you're going to face, because Bishop told me they show up at the hot gates. They do. The Palestinians show up there. So God's getting me prepped. God's getting me prepped. He is. He's like, you got to know what you're facing. God's like, you got to know what you're facing. I'm like, all right. I hope you know what you're doing. So I picked a fight. A flyer. Minor. But maybe not. I don't know. They hang people just for being gay, okay? They hang people just for being gay, okay? That's who I just picked a fight with. They hang the LGBTQ people. They hang them over in Palestine area by Israel, by Jerusalem. Wherever Palestinians are, they're not a country. Like I once thought. I thought it was a place. It's not. But they hang people. So I don't want to hear any complaints. I don't want to hear any complaints by the homosexual gay community when the Palestinians are hanging you guys by the rafters, you know. I don't want to hear it. We're not doing that here. So if anything, you guys think you're free game to hit on people, you know, like sexually hit on, you know what I'm saying? No rules, you know. But anyways, if they tried that on a Palestinian, they'd be dead. Over in the Middle East, if they try to hit on a Palestinian, like a homosexual hits on a Palestinian, they would be dead by noon. Yep. It's real. That's why I thought it was strange when a Baptist told me that the LGBTQ community supports Palestine. I'm like, what? Palestine would kill them all. You know, part of my language, they would hang them all. You know, that's weird, isn't it? But yeah, that's what happens without God. You support people that are hanging your group. You know. Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of turned into rated R video. It's kind of turned into a rated R video, but you've seen the gory stuff on movies, so it's okay, I guess, for you guys. You know, it's just another day in the park. You know, and just pretend this is a child's play movie. You know, with gore, or something. Yeah. Martin Luther's kind of crazy too. Yeah, so I can relate. You know, the whole Christianity can make you crazy, it can. Because God doesn't stop the devil. That's what makes me the craziest. And Luther as well. God does not destroy the devil. So you have to deal with the devil. God doesn't stop the devil. God doesn't kill the people that abused you. Now you're really put to the test, aren't you? Yep. You gotta love God still. Somehow you gotta love God. You know, free game in a cult. Free game to target me in a cult. God doesn't do anything. Yeah, I understand how Luther feels in the Catholic Church. But anyways, enough about that. It's about serious things like starting a war with the Muslims. That's what it's about. The Quran. The Quran people. Starting a war with them. You know, I think that's what Palestine is the Quran. believers. I think so. If so, I'm in trouble. If so, I'm in trouble. They might run at me with a bomb strapped to their chest. They might do that, and think they have virgins waiting for them after they die or something. That's what I'm dealing with here. If they take me out, they get virgins in the afterlife. They won't, but they think so. That's what we're dealing with here. Kamikazes motivated by a sex drive. That's what I'm dealing with here. Very deadly. Not even the Japanese were like that. Kamikazes with a sex drive. If I crash my plane into the battleship, I will get 500 virgins. I don't think the Japanese believe that. So they just did it for honor, which is a better reason than a made-up reason. Oh yeah, 500 virgins if I do a kamikaze move. So, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Their flyer said that they were going to meet up by the Baptist church, which makes it even more interesting and crazy. They're going to meet up for the, to speak out, freedom of speech thing, walk. They're going to begin right next to the Baptist church, which is what my flyer is. My flyer is the Baptist church. I'm like setting up a fight. in the OK Corral. I am. Just like always. Just like oh yeah, you got a problem with Jesus? I'll set up the fight. I'll set up the fight between the Jesus believers that serve Jesus, and I'll set from the Palestinians that serve Satan. I'll set up the meetup. That's what I did. I'll show up too. I'm not going to be one of those that set up a fight and not show up. I'll show up, as always. I showed up the last time when I thought they were going to wreck that whole Israel event. That was nuts. I even told the police, I'm like, you might want to send a lot of police. I warned the police. I'm like, because I saw the hate. I saw the hate against Israel and the Jewish people, like Starbucks. I saw the hate myself. So I warned the police in the whole area, state troopers, everybody. I'm like, okay, I know you're sending 2 police officers to this event of a survivor from Israel, but you might want to send more, okay? That's what I told the police. I went right to the police station because I saw the hate for Israel around, because I put up the flyers. I'm like, I gave the police a heads up. I'm like, oh man, because I thought I hit a hornet's nest, But it was a good thing there was at least one police there. Bishop said there was an enemy there to Israel in the event. So, yeah. So it's real. It's real. It's not just over in Israel. It's happening here. The war is happening here. This is the Israel. This is the Jerusalem where I am at. It is. Absolutely. I almost think I'm in the 3rd most wicked location in America. I determined. I'm in the 3rd most wicked. Yep. Gambit's by the most wicked. By DC. Gambit's, God be with you, my friend. Rogue is in the 2nd. Rogue is next to the 2nd most wicked in Sin City. I'm in the 3rd by far. I'm in the 3rd most wicked territory. I got cult. I got the cult. The Mormon cult all around me. It's stronger here than Utah. I got the Mormon cult all around me. And not just that, I got the New Age occult with people that are into magic, wizardry, witchcraft. I got that surrounding me. And I got Palestinians surrounding me. I got feminists surrounding me. Yeah, I got homosexuals surrounding me. I just saw one today, A female called up their partner her wife. I'm like, what? She had a baby. I'm like, okay, it's her baby. She's like, no, it's my wife's baby. I'm like, what? What? Yeah, that's the kind of world we live in. The baby she was caring for, I thought it was her baby that came out of her. She's like, no, it's my wife's baby. A woman said, my wife's baby. I'm like, what the? Satan's really messed this world up. It keeps getting more messed up as we go. It's a messed up world. And as you can tell, it's taking a toll on the battle axe. It's made me a little nuts. Like Martin Luther. Martin Luther. Martin Luther's surrounded by wickedness. And it made him a little nuts, okay? Anyway. Spider-Man, Cody, was like, you're a little crazy, but that's okay. I'm great. He's like, I'm crazy too. So me and Spider-Man, we're crazy. So it's all right. I've accepted it. I've been called crazy my whole life. So it is what it is. So, but Jesus wants to claim that he's been called crazy more than me. Yeah, right. He wants to claim that title. No way. I got called a freak on Christmas, Jesus. You ain't gonna be me. You ain't gonna be me. I was called a freak on Christmas. Like 15 feet away from me. Like 15 feet away from me, I was called a freak on Christmas Day. Bless their heart, I wish them the best, But what they don't know is I've been called that. I've been called these names since as long as I can remember. As long as I can remember. I'm just reading a book in my room. People in the other room are like, that freak is reading a book right now. I'm playing a video game. I'm just playing a video game. That freak is playing a video game. We don't know what to do with him. He's crazy. I'm just playing a video game. I'm not kidding. I don't get it. Like, I thought about this thing. Just me existing, just me breathing. People are scared to death of me. To the point they'll call me crazy for like 30 years straight. 30 years straight. That's how scared of me they are. I'm just breathing. He's crazy. Next day. He's crazy. Next day. Beautiful there. He's crazy. That's my life. Imagine being called crazy since you were a kid. Imagine that. At least teenage years, Being treated like you're crazy since you were a teenager. Imagine that. It's powerful. Yep. If you're not being called crazy, you're being treated like you're crazy. Imagine that for 30 years straight. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. You ain't the battle axe, all right? You ain't the Wolverine that can be called crazy for 30 years straight. That's what I've said. Yep. Only second place to Jesus, apparently. Only second place to Jesus. So, man, maybe Martin Luther. Maybe Martin Luther as well. He's legit. He might have, He might have been called crazy more than me. I'll tell you by the end of the movie. I'll tell you by the end of the movie. But anyway, I may have started a big war. Before even getting to the hot gates, I might have started a war. And I'm going to keep on pressing it. If I see that flyer in a different location, I'm going to take it down and put up my flyer. And let them know it was me. And I'll wave to the camera. Yep. No masks, no nothing. Yep. Make sure they know it was me. Yep. Oh, it's that same guy that put the flyer on my house. Yep, it's me. Oh, it's the same guy that put the flyer in my store. Yep, it's me. Oh, it's the same guy that put the flyer at my laundromat. Yep, that's me too. Same guy. See how they can't hide from me? Yeah. It's actually, they can't hide from God. I just go to certain locations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I can't hide from God, you aren't going to hide from God either. You can't hide from God either if I can't hide from God. I may be able to hide from the government, but I can't hide from God. Yeah. The CIA doesn't hold a candle to God. Not a candle. They don't even know that I'm doing this right now. The CIA doesn't even know I'm doing this right now, but God does. Yeah. Scary. But anyways, I'll talk to you later. I don't know what kind of... I knew it would come eventually. Yeah. Starting to fight with the dangerous ones. People call me dangerous, but these ones I'm like, my dangerous doesn't hold the candle to their dangerous. You know, they'll come at me with like a bomb on their chest. I'm not doing that. I haven't carried a weapon in like 10 years on my body. You know, I'm not like strapping a bomb to my chest and running at people. You know, I'm just wearing an X-Men shirt. That's all I'm doing. That's not a bomb. But I thought about this. You can yell that word in any place and it'll scare people to death. Any place. I thought about it like when I was at a store today. If I yelled bomb right now, oh man. Oh man. That's the not just yelling that in an airport, but like in any store, just yell that word, bomb. It'll scare people to death. And they'll really be scared of me. I'll be like, bomb. Just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry. False alarm. Just April Fool's ahead of time. April Fool's ahead of time. Just call me Robert. You know, I get April Fool's wrong as well. I think April Fool's is on January 6th. That's what I think. I get holidays wrong like Robert does, you know. All right, but no messing around. I might have started a big fight. I might have started something. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll talk to you later.